What is going on, guys? Finally, let's talk about knee pads. First, what are knee pads? I think, come on, that's kind of obvious. They're pads that go on your knees, but why knee pads? So, because it hurts to slide, right? We want to protect our knees so they don't get all banged up and damaged and bruised. But they also provide, sometimes in some cases, a little bit of lateral support. So like if you have really weak knees or are afraid of injury, they can add a little bit of support for lateral stability. Some of them are gonna be better than others. Like I find that the dye pads at least are probably gonna provide the most knee stability. Mainly because they're like a little bit thicker on the sides and a little bit more firm and less forgiving, so you can't shift around as much. So I kind of lump knee pads into 3 different categories. There's a lightweight knee pad, a heavier, more padded knee pad, and then these adjustable ones. The lightweight pad, just kind of like it sounds, is lightweight, so it's not gonna have as much padding, but we find that it works really well with like kids or lightweight people if you don't weigh that much and probably don't need as much padding, or if you play on turf. The turf's kind of predictable and already a little squishy and soft, so you might not need that much padding, so the lightweight pad might work. Like Empire make the Neoskin knee pad that's very lightweight, or Exalt make their Freeflex knee pad that are also real lightweight. Then we have that heavier pad, which are gonna be most of the knee pads. They're just thicker and a little bit more heavy duty. So like the Empire Grind knee pad is really heavy. The dye knee pads are pretty thick. We have like the GI Race knee pad or the Eclipse HD core knee pads are also pretty heavy, so they just provide, a little more protection. And then that adjustable category is kind of new, where these manufacturers have started kind of making like 2 different layers of knee pad that can be removed. And then most of those adjustable pads are gonna fit into that like heavier knee pad category as well. So like the Eclipse HD Core HD, I always forget, knee pads, they have a little insert that is removable, or like these GI Race 2.0 knee pads, they have as well that piece that's removable. So it makes the pad a little bit lighter weight. So if you're playing on dirt or in the woods or something, you could keep both of those layers in there and then have more protection. Or if you're playing on turf or grass or something that's a little bit softer, you could remove some of that pad and just make the pad a little bit lighter weight and a little more comfortable. If you're looking for like lots and lots of padding because you play on like gravel or something crazy, I would say the dye pads, the Eclipse pads, and then probably the Empire Grind knee pads are gonna have the best padding and the most amount of protection. If you're looking for something really light and really minimal, definitely Empire Neoskin. Those are for sure the lightest. And they also have that like removable pad thing, so you can kind of mix it up a little bit. Sizing pads can be a little difficult. Like you can't just be like buy a large, because everyone's legs are gonna be shaped a little bit different. We have found though that if you have like say the GI Sports Race elbow pads in a medium, you're probably gonna wear a medium in the knee pad. If you're like symmetrically shaped, if you got like monster arms and wear an XL elbow pad, you might not wear an XL knee pad, but it's kind of typical medium knee pad, medium elbow pad. Some of the manufacturers also have the straps on the back that make them cinch down a little bit tighter, so if the pad doesn't fit perfectly, you can make them a little bit tighter with the straps. But I don't know, I found that like the straps don't do all that much. Like if a pad fits your leg, it's good. You're not gonna be able to get a pad that's 2 sizes too big and then just rely on the straps to make them tight. It might help a little bit, but ultimately you want that pad to actually fit your leg well without the straps, and then use the straps maybe as a little bit of extra support or stability. It's also good if you're trying on knee pads and you find like 2 sizes that you think fit, just go for the smaller one, because they will stretch out. You wear them a few times, they're gonna stretch a little bit and then fit a little bit better. And you also think that like you want them tight, right? You don't want them to slide down. So being a little bit tighter is probably a good thing. The smallest pads that I've found are gonna be the dye pads. Dye make probably the smallest knee pad in their small size, so it fits kids well. If you have like huge leg, I think the Eclipse HD Core ones in their XX are gonna be the biggest I've ever seen. guys, that's knee pads. I hope that helps. That's kind of a gist of maybe what to look for, what different manufacturers can offer. By no means did we cover all of them. I mean, there's still like PB Rack knee pads and elbow pads out there. There's like HK Army pads. There's like Bunker King pads. There's other companies, but that's knee pads that I have available to show you guys right now. If you want to check out more of these advice videos, do check out that box right there where I did an elbow pad video. Hit the square box to check out the Paintball Ruin My Life store to buy a sweet Paintball Ruin My Life headband, or subscribe by hitting the circle button for more paintball advice and tip videos.